Okay, hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something really fascinating. I tried to discuss this topic in my first video where I shared some coins, but I wanted to kind of speak to it again now that I have a few more coins that I've found. A lot of people have questioned why some coins are shinies and shiny and others are dark, and others are covered in a weird color. So I just wanted to show you some of the beach finds that I've made in the last week. When we hunt for coins on the beach, we usually find them in the few main spots: deep in the wet sand, right at the surf line, or up in the dry sand. Each of these areas has a unique environment that affects how the coin will tone, and toning simply refers to how its surface changes color and texture over time. Most people refer to it as a patina of the coin. So in the wet sand, coins are buried and they're constantly exposed to moisture. The salty seawater is packed with minerals, and that salt can really do a number on the metal. Over time, salt water seeps into tiny cracks and pores on the coin's surface. As the coin dries out, salt crystals can form and actually push outward, causing pitting or rough patches. But more importantly, the salt and moisture accelerate chemical reactions that lead to toning. So I want to show you a few of those coins. Hopefully you can see this one. I couldn't even get a date off of. I know that it's a penny, and by the feel of it, it's a zinc penny. Terribly corroded. A couple others that are unattractive. A 2022 and a 1997 coin. Oh. Okay. So some of the things that the coin is going to be exposed to obviously include oxygen, salt, and sulfur. And there's also iron. So you saw the rough and crusty texture from moisture. Now near the surf line, the coins are being washed by waves, so they're getting salt water and air, and they have a constant movement, so they're getting a lot of abrasions from the sand particles. So that can wear away the toning, and you can get more subtle toning actually with a smoother surface than coins that are simply buried in wet sand. I think some good examples of that are the quarters and the nickels. Let me show you. I mean, this is kind of what I was referring to in terms of just, I think, pretty coins. It's a little darker. But you can see there's some reds. I think I referred to some of the coins as burnt sienna. The nickels actually have some pink hues. And some yellows. I love thinking, I mean, here's a 1970 nickel. Now, of course, these are still in circulation, but I love thinking that this was out there for 50 years, potentially. I mean, we pretty much know most of the zinc pennies wouldn't last that long. Here's a really neat copper penny that still has some color left. This is a 2007, and I'm seeing purples. I don't know if it's showing up, but I'm seeing purples, greens, and some pinks on that coin. Now, up in the dry sand, coins are exposed to less moisture, but they're not safe from the elements. you're still gonna, the dry sand tends to tone more slowly, but the toning can be more colorful and even, since there's less salt and moisture to cause uneven reactions. Sometimes if a coin's near old wood or other organic material, it can pick up extra sulfur, which leads to really vibrant rainbow colors. I really think that penny, 2007 penny that I picked up previously, is probably an example of something that was in drier sand. I have found where I have been metal detecting, it's a very shallow slope out to as the beach moves towards the ocean, and therefore I haven't actually been able to get into the depth of the water where it's mostly shells, where I believe some of your heavier material will be deposited. So I'm excited when I get the opportunity at low tide to try to go out there and actually do some underwater metal detecting. As challenging as it may be, because there's quite a bit of movement with waves, etc. So most of my beach combing has been at the surf line, and then about 100 yards into the dry sand, 100 yards up into the dry sand. And so I think that probably accounts for the preservation of some of the coins. I have a 2023 that looks like it might have, it could have been dropped maybe a week ago. But then I have a 2004 that, here's some of that color. It was probably up against some organic matter, kelp or seaweed under the sand, and it's got some nice pink toning. So next time you're out on the beach, try to take a closer look at where you're finding the coins, and then trying to explain on your own what may have led to how that coin has toned. I'm going to try to do a better job of it so that in a future video I can truly demonstrate which coins were in that were inside the surf line and which coins were outside of the surf line. Thank you.